Hello and welcome back, grade 2 students. We're going to continue with Unit 5, Changes to Earth's Surface, Lesson 3. How can we prevent wind and water from changing land? Part 2. For today, we're going to cover the following. Lesson 3. How can we prevent wind and water from changing land? Explore, explain changes caused by water section, page 268 to 169. We open to page 268. Changes caused by water. Look at the pictures to explore how water can cause harmful changes to land. Look at the pictures to explore how water can cause harmful changes to land. So in this section, we're going to discuss the changes caused by water. Let's take a minute to observe what happened in the first picture. Excellent. We could check that the water, what did it do? It carried away, what did it do? It carried away some of the river bank, which means that the land on the side of the river. It carried it and moved the soil from one place to another, changing the shape of the edge of the river, right? What else? Excellent. In the second picture, we could see that the heavy rains, what did they do? They caused a landslide, changing the shape of the slope. Excellent. And it's sliding downhill. What about the floods? Excellent. In the third picture, we could see a flood that is carrying away with it the trees and the soil from one place to another and soaking the whole area with water. So let's read together. Changes caused by water. Look at the pictures to explore how water can cause harmful changes to land. Rushing water can crash into river banks. It moves the soil from one place to another. It causes the edges of rivers to change the shape. So I'm going to reread it, then I'm going to explain. Rushing water can crash into river banks. It moves the soil from one place to another. It causes the edges of rivers to change shape. So they're telling us that the rushing water in the river, can crash into river banks, and it moves the soil, as we could spot in the picture, from one place to another, causing the edges of the river to change their shape. Clear, as we could see, it's changing the shape of the edge of the river. Okay, let's move on to the second picture. Heavy rains on a mountain slope can cause a landslide. The wet soil becomes loose and muddy. It slides downhill. One more time, then I'll explain. Heavy rains on a mountain slope can cause a landslide. The wet soil becomes loose and muddy. It slides downhill. So they're telling us that when we have heavy rain, or heavy rain on a mountain slope, what does it do? Excellent, it can cause a landslide. How do we know it can cause a landslide? Because we study it. Then when we have a heavy rain or heavy rain falling, what happens? The soil becomes too heavy and starts to slide down, causing a landslide. Excellent, and the wet soil becomes loose and muddy, and it will slide down the hill. Clear so far? The heavy rains on a mountain slope can cause a landslide. Why? Because we said that the heavy rains would make the mud or the soil heavier, and when the soil becomes too heavy, it starts to slide down, causing a landslide. Clear? And the third one, floods can damage the land. The water rises and covers large areas of land. It can knock over bushes and trees. Again, floods can damage the land. The water rises and covers large areas of land. It can knock over bushes and trees. So they're telling us that the floods can damage the land. How? How does the water of the floods cause a change to the land? What does it do? The water rises and overflows and covers large areas of land, and it can knock over the bushes and the trees and carry them away from one place to another, causing a change to the land. And then the landslide, when the mud starts to slide down or the soil starts to slide down, what happens? It causes a landslide and changes the shape of the mountain. And the rushing water, when it hits the riverbank, what does it do? Excellent, it carries away with it bits of the soil, so from one place to another, causing a change to the riverbank's excellent shape, or to the edges of the river, and it changes its shape. Clear? So far so good? So that's how the water causes changes to the land. Clear? And they are harmful changes. So far so good? Let's move on. Exercise time. Let's wear our thinking caps on. Are we ready? Page 269. How can water harm the land? Match the pictures with the labels that tell how. We have 3 pictures. Beneath them we have flood, rushing water, heavy rains. So, which one is the flood? Which harmful change is caused by the flood? Excellent, the first picture. Which of these two pictures is caused by heavy rains? Excellent, the second picture, because we could spot a landslide happening and the soil sliding down the hill, causing a change to the mountain due to the heavy rain, which made the soil too heavy and the soil cannot hold the water anymore. So what happens? It starts to slide down. Then the rushing water hits the riverbanks and carries away bits and pieces of the soil on the riverbanks, okay, from one place to another, causing a change to the edges of the river shape, okay, or causing a change in the edges of the river. Clear? So far so good? That's all. Thank you.